Yes, indeed, Henry. Minimax Race 18 final taking to the track. Here's how they're going to line up then for the final of their race. Scott Marsh and Noah Wolfe will go from row 1. Sebastian Minns and Hugh Moulton go from row 2. Harrison Whittaker and Finn Leslie start from row 3 from Harry Bartle and Joshua Turnbull on row 4. Top 10, Thomas Min-Spearing and Joshua Graham. William Murtaugh and Ollie Wise go from row 6 from Daniel Moore and Brandon Truman on row 7. William Murphy and Joshua Smith go from row 8. Michael Walker and Joe Anderson. Devon Nolan and David Vishkor will go from row 10. Ruben Dan and Matas Miazanskas go from row 11. Michael Dalton and Noah Pikes. Josh Salvadori rounding out the grid, but I don't think Josh Salvadori has gone out on track. He is still showing his in and into the tram lines. It is a false start.
Yep, false start. Let's have a look. No, I cannot see the number 53, sorry, not 83. That's Josh Turnbull. The 53 car of Josh Salvadori out there, and I'm wondering if there is still a kart on the W grid. I can't see that, so go around again. Championship positions. Noah Wolfe leads by 4 points over Scott Marsh. Sebastian Minns third in the championship, but he's 50 points back. Then Harry Bartle, Hugh Moulton, Harrison Whittaker, Josh Graham and William Murphy. Drop scores haven't come into effect yet. 65 points for a win, 62 for second, 60 for third. So if Scott Marsh wins this race and Noah Wolfe finishes second, that means that Noah Wolfe would have a championship lead of 1 point heading into the last 2 rounds of the weekend, which will take place on October the 15th and 16th at Wilton Mill. So for the second time here at Kimbolton, drivers into the tram lines, lights are out, we're off and racing, and it's neck and neck between Marsh and Wolfe. Down towards turn number 1, Marsh on the inside line, gets round cleanly, everyone else follows in line. So Marsh and Wolfe already trying to break away from, that's Hugh Moulton, I believe, up into third position.
You saw at the start there that these two already had the advantage before they even surpassed the start-finish line. They got on the gas early, and I don't think second and third really, well, third and fourth, reacted quick enough for it. But anyway, they get underway. And like you say, Marsh holding on to that lead, crucial. It was a drag race, really, for the apex at turn 1. And these two have been nose to tail all the way throughout this season. It's been fantastic to watch. And like we say, the final round or the final event at Wilton Mill and is going to take place soon. But down the inside, there's Noah Wolfe. He's got that move done. And Scott Marsh is going to fight back, but Scott Marsh has got back into third.
Noah Wolfe runs a little bit wide going into the Willows, and Hugh Moulton capitalises. Moulton in the number 51 car, best finish so far, a 5th place effort last time out at Clay Pigeon. Hugh, 5th in the championships. And in his debut season, he is a British Championship rookie. And there is Sebastian Minns at the inside of Finn Leslie. A lot of looking over their shoulders heading down there, but it's Moulton from Wolfe. And now Noah Wolfe back to the inside at Kimbolton corner. Takes the race lead back. Moulton under pressure. Marsh into P3. Looking, here comes Hugh Moulton back up the inside of Noah Wolfe. And Marsh goes through, Wolfe back to third. No, make that back to fourth because Sebastian Minns moves into P2.
Yeah, Noah Wolfe managed to get back down the inside of Scott Marsh there, so he's back down into P3. So Marsh there in P4. This is certainly shaking things up. We weren't expecting Hugh Moulton and Sebastian Minns at the front of this one. They are still two very quick drivers, and they're in there in the top points. Yep. But we thought this was going to be Marsh and Wolfe.
It had all the hallmarks of a head-to-head battle, especially when you see how quickly they got off the line at the start of proceedings. But here comes Sebastian Minns. No, Wolfe gets a warning flag. Oh, Hugh Moulton there squeezed very, very wide, coming out of Kimbolton corner, almost into the barriers. Has to ease off the gas ever so slightly. He drops back into fourth place, but considering how much of a breakaway that Marsh and Wolfe got at the start, the rest of the chasing pack were able to close in very, very quickly indeed, and joining the front four, turning it into a lead pack of 5, is the number 88 Argenti Motorsport kart of Joshua Graham.
There we go. So Ruben Dan sets the fastest lap of the race. He's currently in 21st place at the moment. Shows the paces all the way through the pack.
Yeah, very, very evenly matched.
And again, no overtakes so far within these top 5. What did I say? Yeah, like you say, Joshua Graham is latched onto the back of this one also. So down into the first corner. And again, everyone sticking to the outside line. Move further back. That was Finn Leslie getting past Joshua Turnbull, or vice versa?
Yeah, Finn Leslie is now ahead. No, Finn Leslie is behind Turnbull.
There's a change for the lead.
Mins, was that Mins making a mistake or being squeezed a little bit going into Derek's corner? But certainly,
I think he's got an issue, maybe, because he's...
Well, he ran offline in a very strange place and lost an awful lot of speed, but he's sort of like head down again, sort of getting back into line. I'm not sure if we just didn't quite catch the sort of incident that precipitated Sebastian Mins sort of running offline, but certainly a top 5 battle, nose to tail. Behind them, Leslie, Turnbull, Whittaker, Bartle-wise. Here's another change to the lead. Scott Marsh. Oh, and Marsh runs Wolfe a little bit wide because he knows that will allow Hugh Moulton to get back into the race, into second position. Here comes Hugh Moulton for Coles Racing, and Coles Racing now retake the lead. 5 drivers, nose to tail, and I have to say, Anthony, considering how much they're battling, the fact that nobody from the chasing pack behind has been able to close in, if they carry on like this, we're going to have a 20-kart battle for the race lead before the end of things.
Quite literally, I think we've had about 5 lead changes over the space of 3 laps.
Amongst 4 leaders.
Yeah.
And
this is shaping up to be quite a final, I have to say, in Minimax. And again, Wolfe back down the inside, retakes second place from Scott Marsh, and Marsh now back down into fifth place now. So Joshua Graham's got through, and Sebastian Mins has got through as well. So Seb there in third place, he's wanting to get through, and again, you just see there the concertina effect kicking in as they go through Derek's corner. Now back through Dan Weldon corner. And again, everyone just looking over their shoulders, but no moves going. And that's kind of crucial in these stages now. Kind of crucial, actually, for Hugh Moulton. Because, like I say, he's leading this way, looking pretty comfortable out there.
Again, 10 minutes to go, a long way to go. But Coles Racing's last Minimax win came the final round of last season at PFI with Harrison Crowther. They haven't won in nearly 12 months in this class. Moulton under pressure going into Derek's. Mins in third place. Wolfe putting that pressure on Moulton now. Out of Derek's into Dan Weldon corner. Marsh in fourth. Graham back to fifth. Leslie and Whittaker, 6th and 7th, beginning to close in. Turnbull in 8th. Ollie Wise runs in 9th. Then it's Murtaugh, Bartle, Min Spearing, Murphy, Amore, Smith, Walker, Anderson, Nolan, Dan, Truman, Viscor, Dalton, Mizanskis, and a new change. Another change, new leader, Noah Wolfe, number 45, Synergy Racing Developments.
Yeah. So as these go through, again, Hugh Moulton looking back down the inside. He's done him. So I don't know what's happened over the lunch break.
Okay, yesterday was a different day, but yesterday you and I were looking at that. There was one Minimax heat took place in the dry and one in the wet.
Yeah.
Both races, Noah Wolfe was able to just close in, pass, and pull away in the lead.
Yeah.
Now, different day, is that on their mind? Are the drivers like Hugh Moulton and Sebastian Mins conscious of the fact that if they give Noah Wolfe a lap or 2 laps at the front of the field, he can get that break again? So they're considering, right, if we have to fight back, the minute he gets the lead, we can't run the risk of letting him get the breakaway.
Yeah, definitely. I think you could be right there, Henry, because
those Mins at the inside, and now this is going to slow them down. Mins, Graham, and Marsh tripping over each other, and that is going to bring Leslie and Whittaker back into play. And again, we mentioned happy birthday to Sam Ellis, who's 21 today. Noah Wolfe, 13 years old yesterday. Happy birthday to Noah.
James Glinster, 32 years old today in KZ2.
Oh, what a birthday present that could be, fighting for a British title. Marsh passes Mins. Now, alarm bells will start ringing for Scott Marsh. Noah Wolfe, I think, has realised, okay, there's no way that this kid in number 51 kart is going to let me lead. So the best thing I can do now is push him away so that at least I'm not going to lose lots of places if we start battling. It's just one-on-one.
Exactly. So keep a close eye on all of these drivers all the way throughout. But like you say, they did trip over each other at Derek's corner the last lap. Yes. You just saw the concertina effects in. Heads went forward, heads went backwards, and all sorts. So, these drivers have to be careful. They do need to try and work together, because I have to say Hugh Moulton and Noah Wolfe are pulling away from these two. The gap's opening up. They cross the line now.
And there's a driver off circuit. That is Matas Mizanskis, the number 12, the guest driver. And he does look, I'm just looking at, he's in a bit of discomfort. Now he sort of gets out of his car. Yellow flags, excuse me, waving.
Oh dear. And a Battenberg flag's come out, and there's a bit of chopping and changing.
Yeah, well, Scott Marsh had gone for the move and see that, and then he backed off. There was certainly a flag waving, so the Battenberg flags,
and Sebastian Min's there
saying, hang on.
Yeah, because I think Harrison Whitcomb.
Yes. Well, let's see if they sort themselves out. Harrison Whitcomb has let Mins go again.
Right, okay.
So, I mean, I think that we are in the same order that we were before the Battenberg flag went out. And I think that was, again, there should be a short interlude. Now, Moulton does have to slow down and back the pace up. As you can see, the field is still quite spread out.
Yeah, he's still nearly at full race pace, I'd say.
Now, a championship rookie leading a race for the first time in the British Championship. It's probably the first time that he's been in the lead of a big race where there has... there's Matos Mizanskis again holding his left wrist as he walks off there, being accompanied by one of the marshals. Green flag comes out again, and we're off and racing.
Marsh to the outside here, looking to get the switchback potentially on all three. Can't quite get it on any of them. Sots back there into P4. No positions gained or lost.
But we do have, let's have a look, let's count them. There is now 2, 4, 6, 7 drivers in the lead battle.
Oh, yes.
Make that 8 or 7 and a bit, because you've got in 8th position Ollie Wise for KR Sports. He is doing his best to try and close in the number 55 car. It's been Ollie Wise 12th in the championship. Has gone about things very kind of quietly, calmly, you know, almost unnoticed. But I know Ollie does racing in Europe. He's driving the E20 class in the Deutsche Elektronik Kartmannschaft, the German Electric Kart Championship. That's the Rotax E20 karts. And yeah, Ollie, top 10 all day yesterday. And you can see Noel pointing to Humo saying, "No, go, don't defend."
Yep.
4.5 minutes remaining. Like I said, it's in Noah Wolfe's interests to push Hugh Moulton away. And Hugh Moulton is sort of, he doesn't really matter either way. Hugh's just thinking, I'm leading and I'm going to do everything I can and I'm going to run my own race. Graham in third. Josh Graham, number 88, he's been knocking on the door of a race win all year. Got on the podium at Lark Hall. He's currently 7th in the championship. But Noah Wolfe, I believe, the only driver to finish on the podium in every single round of this year's Minimax Championship.
Yes, and so far they're in P2. That will stay the same.
Yep, if things continue as they are. Scott Marsh, now, championship positions at the moment, it would be a 7-point advantage for Noah Wolfe over Scott Marsh. Really is a head-to-head. Hugh Moulton is this is putting Hugh into 4th place in the championship. There goes Marsh up into P3. That will trim Noah Wolfe's championship lead by a couple of markers, by 1 point. So it's now a 6-point advantage for Noah Wolfe. 3 and a bit minutes to go.
Yeah, he needs to close that gap up now. Work with Graham and Mins. And these drivers know how to work together, and I suspect they will do so. Hugh Moulton, of course, rookie this season, first season in the British Championship. You know, he's doing a fabulous job this year and in this race that we're currently seeing right now. But Wolfe, crucially, has not gone for the move straight away. But now Marsh has started to pull off the group just behind him.
Yeah, Noah Wolfe will be checking over his shoulder. You're getting signals from around the circuit as well.
Yeah.
But Wolfe will sort of, you will see him check over his shoulder at some point just to see. There he is. He has a little glance over his shoulder there. He did catch it on camera. I was looking out the commentary box window as Whitcomb now passes our Genty Motorsport teammate Josh Graham for 5th position. Marsh has now caught Noah Wolfe. So Wolfe, I don't think Wolfe's going to have time to make a move before Marsh catches him. No, he won't. So now Noah Wolfe is sort of the meat in the sandwich, as it were. And he's gone for the move. He realised the danger he was in and has gone for the race lead. Takes it with 2 minutes to go. We start lap number 19.
Yes, we do. Marsh goes down the inside as well, so Moulton drops back down into P3 now, into the clutches, of course, of the waiting Sebastian Mins, Jensen Graham, and Harrison Whitcomb. And as they go through, Marsh looked like he was going to go for the move there into Derek's corner, and I know someone who's gone for a move, and that was Sebastian Mins, but he has to concede the spot. He holds on to it, but Hugh Moulton goes wide. Wide goes Moulton, and Whitcomb and Mins goes through. Finn Leslie goes through as well. So Moulton dropping down the order very, very rapidly here.
Sebastian Mins is going to get a great run onto the start-finish straight. He's going to get a great run, but the leaders are covering the inside line. Can Sebastian Mins get the undercut coming out of Stowe Corner? Here comes Scott Marsh. We're 3 wide for the lead. Marsh runs a little bit wide. Wheel to wheel. Here comes Harrison Whitcomb into second position. Mins to third. And that move from Scott Marsh, it ended up costing him down to fourth. A minute to go. 1 minute to go. Synergy Racing Team. They've got a total of 8 wins in the British Championship across Cadet and Minimax. Could this be win number 9? Argenti Motorsport, 7 wins across the road classes. Could this be win number 8 in a first win for? Sebastian Mins up over the curb there into, he didn't make contact with Whitcomb. Technical flag for Michael Dalton. 30 seconds to go, and suddenly Noah Wolfe has got the gap that he's been working on and craving all race. It's finally happened with Mins and Marsh, second and third, now frantically trying to work together to close in on Noah Wolfe, but time is running out.
Yep, the last lap board will be out this time as the timer now strikes 0. So no time left in this one as everyone else just scrabbling for track position and positions as best they can. And there's a nose cone off, and it's a Synergy nose cone.
That would be from the second Synergy kart of William Murphy.
Yeah,
who was in 12th and will now have to retire to the pit. And you can see Scott Marsh still signalling as they start the last lap, saying, no, you've got to push, you've got to push. And do you know what?
They've pushed, they're closing.
Scott and Sebastian Mins, they're quite pally in the paddock. I've seen them and again, Scott sold Sebastian a dummy there. He went for the move going into Derek's corner. Into second place. Is time ticking out? Noah Wolfe's gonna have to make a mistake coming out of the next corner, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Marsh is giving it absolutely everything though. 2 corners to go, through Kestrel Corner, up Laser Straight, down towards Kimbolton Corner. Noah Wolfe will take his 3rd consecutive race win. It's win number 9 for Synergy in the British Championship. For Noah, it is win number 6 in the British Championship provisionally, and that would put Noah in a tie with the likes of Vinnie Phillips at the very top of the British Championship rankings overall. 6 wins provisionally, of course, as Wolfe, Marsh and Mins your provisional podium. Josh Graham finishes in 4th place. Finn Leslie is 5th. Harrison Whitcomb in 6th. Josh Turnbull in 7th. Hugh Moulton, after a fantastic drive, only comes home in 8th position. Ollie Wise, and a first top 10 in the British Championship. A second consecutive top 10 for privateer driver Dan Amore. William Murtagh, Thomas Min-Spearing, Josh Smith, Harry Bartle, William Murphy. In fact, William Murphy will have to be removed from that because he was given a technical flag late on. There is a look at Noah Wolfe crossing the weighbridge. Now, we saw at the end of this morning's part of the broadcast, Morgan Porter having a few issues getting over the weighbridge. He was excluded, which has had a slight impact in the KZ2 point standings, but we'll get to that later on. That's the last race of the day, the championship decider in KZ2, and the championship has gone down to the final round. Anthony Jordan will be catching up with Noah Wolfe, Scott Marsh and Sebastian Mins very shortly. So again, that is Noah's 3rd straight win in the Minimax British Championship. Synergy now have 3 wins in the class. They move to a tie with Vision Motorsport in 4th in the overall rankings. Dan Holland Racing, they've got 37 final victories. They're second to only Fusion Motorsports, who've got 40 wins. Another podium for Dan Holland and for KR Sport as well, who are, I believe, they are fifth. Oh, so they're fourth. Fusion Motorsport, Dan Holland Racing, Strawberry Racing, and KR Sport, the four most successful teams in the modern era of the British Championship in terms of race wins across all classes. Believe it or not, privateer drivers have accounted for 30 overall race wins, which shows you that even at this level of British karting, there is room for a privateer driver, a family-run team, to succeed in this sport. But again, as we look at some of the mechanics' families watching from the spectators' grandstands here, there's good to see a good crowd here as well this weekend at Kimbolton, the Hunt's Kart Racing Club. But again, we will have a quick word from our sponsors. And while we're just waiting for the interviews, again, a chance to pay tribute to the marshals. You can see there in the foreground of your screen, the Orange Army, the most important people in all of motorsport. And again, this weekend, as always, here at Kimbolton, they've been extremely good, very quick to get to every incident, but Anthony Jordan is down in the pits.
Thank you very much, Henry. Yes, down here in our, paddock area, and Noah Wolfe, another race win for you. Congratulations. That was a tight race all the way to the end, but those last couple of laps, they just came in your favour, didn't they?
Yeah, pushing Moulton, we had a massive gap, so I told him to go. We're going to push till the end and battle it out. But then that was a Battenberg, which brought the field all up together. I pushed Moulton for a few laps. We got a little bit of a gap, and then they started catching us. They got near us, and I went in for the overtake, and I defended a lap, and then I pulled away.
I mean, a cracking result for you, and of course all done on your, birthday was yesterday, but a nice way to celebrate your 13th, isn't it?
Yeah, great way.
Well, talk us through, I mean, we lead the championship now by a couple of points, and going into the final round at Wilton Mill, it's still all to play for. Are we still feeling confident?
Yeah, very confident. I'm very good at Wilton.
Excellent stuff. Well, anyone you'd like to thank?
My dad and my family, Sam, our mechanic, everyone that helped me, and good commentary.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Well, Noah Wolfe, congratulations on P1. Sebastian, let's get Seb in P2. Obviously, a couple of changes in this one. I think a couple of nose cones, Scott Marsh and Joshua Graham, both with nose cone penalties in that one. Sebastian, you come across finishing P2 in that one. Cracking race and a good result for you.
Yeah, P2, not bad, but I think I should have won, but should have been, would have been, could have been, really, so...
It was a tight race. Talk us through what happened going into the Kimbolton corner, because we saw you go for the move on Harrison Whitcomb, but you clipped that inside curb by quite a way.
It was quite a late move, and I kind of clipped the start of the curb, so I kind of launched up in the air, but...
From our point of view, it looked quite painful. From your point of view, was it all right?
No, it was really, but I felt like I was going to do a backflip, so...
You got away with it a little bit there, but P2, good points. But final round at Wilton Mill coming up soon. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm quite good round there, so should be able to do.
Who would you like to thank?
My mum, my dad, my sister, my dog, my team manager Ash, my mechanic Steve, everybody who helped me really. So Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, Sebastian Mins there, and we'll chat to third place GP plate Finn Leslie. Finn, obviously Kart Masters champion, but this time around P3 in a British Champs final. That's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it's a very good feeling. Just good points. It might bring us up a bit in the championship. So yeah, quite good.
I mean, Kimbolton's probably a favourite for a lot of people. How does this rank in terms of circuits for you?
Well, I'd never been here before until like 4 months ago. So I've not had a lot of experience around here, so it's good to come away with a good result.
Exactly that. So it shows that you've got the pace out there. Team done a fabulous job, of course, but you know, you're feeling ready for the final round.
Yeah, I mean Wilton is probably one of my strongest tracks, so we'll be looking for 2 wins there.
Well, who'd you like to thank?
Kato Motorsport, KR Racing Engines, and my family for supporting me.
Oh, well, Finn Leslie, congratulations. P3 here at Kimbolton.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff there for our top 3 for the Minimax category. I can hear some 4-stroke engines rumbling in the background, so something tells me that the Honda Cadets, they're going to be coming out next. But back to you, Henry.
Thank you, Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium presentation here at Kimbolton for event 10 of the Motorsport UK Wera Tours British Kart Championship. We start off with the Minimax final, finishing in 3rd place for our Genty Motorsport, it's Harrison Whitcomb. Congratulations to Harrison, I think that's his 2nd or 3rd consecutive podium. We now move on to a driver making their debut on the podium this year. It's the GP plate holder for Kato Motorsport, Finn Leslie. But your winner today, by my calculations, I believe that is 3rd consecutive win in the British Championship for the Synergy Race Developments team alongside his data manager, Teddy Wilson. It's Noah Wolfe. Normally we have the winning mechanic, but Noah wanted to help have Teddy on the podium for doing all his data. Thank you. Oh. So Noah Wolfe gets his photograph taken along with Finn Leslie and Harrison Whitcomb. Teddy Wilson now is data manager and also part of the elite driver managing, a former British cadet champion himself. Hands out your pockets, Ted. Now, come on. Here we are. Thank you. Noah Wolfe now the championship leader by 10 or 11 points with 2 rounds to go. Ladies and gentlemen, your Minimax podium. Thank you.